James for the untouchable, true school sports. Let's go, baby. Bow!
Be careful what you wish for because it can become a reality.
Yeah. The Untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxing game's missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. All right, so I wanted to get my thoughts on the main event. Christian and Mbilli, Derevyanchenko, a real step-up fight in the career of Mbilli. You know, I've been following Mbilli for a little bit of time here on True School Sports. He's one of them guys, man. He's one of those guys. He's one of those fighters where I don't know if he'll be world champion. If he is a world champion, I'm thinking it's going to be more through like good management and fighting the right guy at the right time, more so than him being like the best fighter in the division. But whether he's world champion or not, I love watching him fight because Mbilli, he comes to fight every time. He's a short, stocky, maybe not short, but he's a stocky wrecking ball, and he comes forward. He throws a lot of punches. He's fun to watch, right? And not every fighter in boxing needs to be pound for pound, skill-wise. Not every fighter needs to, you know, be the next Hall of Famer or anything like that. You need guys like Mbilli, guys that are just fun to watch, that are a bit vulnerable, that are flawed, that are going to make for great fights. So I was really interested coming into this fight because he was fighting a guy in Derevyanchenko who, yes, coming in, he was 15-5, but he's only lost to the best guys, and some of those best guys he fought, you know, really shouldn't have beaten him. Like, I thought he beat Golovkin. He took Jaime Munguia to some deep, dark places, and some people thought he beat Munguia. Some people thought he beat Carlos Adames, you know? There's been fights in his career of those 5 losses where people thought he beat those guys, but he's been a hard luck fighter. But he's never ducked no smoke. He's always fought the best, and he's never shied away from top competition. So shout out to Derevyanchenko. Now, this fight, you know, I thought Derevyanchenko early on, he was doing a good job in spots, really boxing Mbilli. Mbilli, we all know that he likes to come forward and throw a lot of punches, and he's physically stronger. And in this case, he's the younger fighter. So I think Derevyanchenko's game plan was to maybe box him early, see what he had, test that stamina out, and try to drown him in the later rounds. But I think Derevyanchenko's game plan, it got really messed up because I believe it was the 3rd or the 4th round, he went to go throw a punch, and I want to say it was maybe a jab. Might have been a jab. Yeah, it was left jab. Or right or straight right hand. Either way, whatever punch it was, he tore his bicep. He tore one of his biceps, and in tearing that bicep, he basically for the remainder of the fight, for like 8 to 9 rounds, he became a one-handed fighter. And mind you, he becomes a one-handed fighter against a Christian and Mbilli that doesn't know how to fight any other way but going forward and trying to bully you and throw a lot of punches, right? So he somehow, I don't know how he did it, but somehow, through all the experience and craftiness he still has at the advanced age of 38, Derevyanchenko manages to survive the full 12 rounds. Now, did he beat Mbilli? No. And was it particularly a close fight? No. Crazy enough, he did win some rounds with one hand. He won a couple rounds with one hand. And boxing's a funny sport because you could win and get no respect in winning, or get not get as much credit for winning. And then there's sometimes when you lose, when maybe things aren't going your way, when everything on a night just goes to hell, goes to, for lack of a better term, it goes to shit. And he had one of those nights where really his game plan wasn't able to follow his game plan because of a torn bicep. So he had to just try the best he could with what he had. And Derevyanchenko, like he has many times in his career, he showed a lot of character, and he manages to survive. And even I think there was one round where I think he might have even buzzed Christian Mbilli. You know, he had success even with one hand. So look, man, far be it for me to tell true warriors like Derevyanchenko what they should do with their careers, but I just think, look, he's really got nothing left to prove. I think everyone in boxing respects Derevyanchenko. He's giving people so many great fights. I wish more fighters had character like a Derevyanchenko, to tell you the honest truth. This guy will fight anybody. So I think it might be close to that time to hang the gloves up, because he's just gonna keep getting used for these younger guys coming up. Like, for example, if he continues to fight let's just say he wants to fight at 168 still, which he's going to if he does fight. I can see Top Rank using him for that Cuban, that Iglesias or Osalis or Olesius, whatever his name is, Iglesias, the southpaw that fought on the undercard that got a big knockout against Senna Agbeko. Like, they'll use him for someone like that. And the last thing I want to see for a guy like Sergey Derevyanchenko, who's given this sport so many great nights, is to fight a guy like that when he's really past it and doesn't have much more to give and get knocked out in bad fashion or something like that. That would really make me upset. So, great performance from him. Showed a lot of character on a night where things were horrible for him, and it is what it is. I hope for his sake, he does hang up the gloves. He proved everything he needed to prove to himself, most importantly, and definitely the boxing world in his career. As far as Mbilli again, I'm not sitting here calling him the next like world champion or anything like that. I think he can win a world title, but I don't see him as a guy that's going to be like a dominant champion or a pound for pound fighter or anything like that. He's very hittable, and I think, like, even though Derevyanchenko lost, I think he kind of exposed a little bit of some of the flaws that Mbilli does have on a greater scale. There were a couple of times when he had one hand and he was going down to the body, and Mbilli clearly didn't like those body shots, right? And if you're a Top Rank, I think the fight that the Top Rank is angling for is Mbilli versus Jaime Munguia, you know? So if you're going to do a Jaime Munguia fight and you're Mbilli and you're not comfortable taking body shots, then I think they're going to find a good path to victory for Munguia in a fight like that. And that's got to make, you know, Munguia's team more confident if, you know, he's able to get past his next fight, Eric Bosnian, and he does fight Mbilli. You know, but that's a great fight. You know, I think Mbilli and Munguia, in terms of excitement, in terms of styles, could become one of the best fights in boxing from an entertainment standpoint. So look out for that. But yeah, Mbilli's flawed. He started gassing after about the 4th or 5th round. He didn't have the same steam on his punches, and I saw him breathing very, very hard against a one-handed fighter. So there's a whole lot of flaws. There's a whole lot of mistakes with Mbilli, but he remains, to me, you know, fight by fight, to be, in terms of excitement, one of the more exciting fighters in boxing, just because of how he fights and yeah. So we'll see how it goes for him. And yeah, he wins by decision like I thought he would. I didn't think he was gonna have the craft or the know-how to do what guys like Golovkin and Charlo and Adames and Munguia couldn't do. He's not. I don't think he's as good as those guys when Derevyanchenko fought them, and it was proven on the night. So yeah, that's my take on the fight. What do you guys think? What did you guys think about Christian Mbilli's performance? How do you think he does against the likes of Jaime Munguia? Because that's probably who Top Rank is looking to match him up with, just because of the styles. He's beatable. It's an exciting fight. But yeah, what do you guys think about him against Munguia? Or if not Munguia, who do you guys want to see him fight? Leave your comments down below. Make sure you guys take the time to subscribe. And like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Daniel. So until next time, thank you for watching another video on the untouchable True School Sports Empire. I'm at the Boxing Hall of Fame out here in Canterbury, New York. And for more great boxing content just like this video, make sure you click and subscribe right over here.